Dan here, DD Speed Shop. You know what that is? That's homemade jam the neighbor made for us, and a stop sign that they bought for us at a farm sale because we're good neighbors. Actually, I went over and did a little torch work for them this morning.
And our other neighbors gave us zucchini.
We got a zucchini today? Yeah. I don't really like the zucchini, but I mean, we're a disaster. But anyways, this thing showed up. So we've been working on lots of things. Actually, we got, well, the front yard's littered with hot rods. Actually, we had to steal some parts off a couple of those to make this one run. Danny's car's out back, the gasser. So we're kind of getting there. Now, this thing, so, talk about videos out of order, am I right? Well, it's just been a while since we've worked on this. So this is a 71 Monte Carlo. It's a beater. I did some rough body work on it. I did a bunch of ugly stuff to this. And people who watched before, they let me know. It's just not a nice enough or valuable enough car to really
sink the dollars,
sink any money into it, right? Now that being said, we spent a bunch of money on it. It has a real fancy suspension, all in American deal the whole way around. And then it was a small block turbo 350, which actually that motor and transmission's in your truck now. It was a good runner. And, you know, I had John Cecil built me a big block, and I had a turbo 400 and all these things. It's got a 12 bolt in it. And that's what went in this thing. So it's got this big block Chevrolet. This is actually the original motor that was in my 55. So they put I assume an ISKI cam in it, and it's got a set of like world product heads on it, and it had a lot of good bits and pieces to it. They built a motor very similar to it that this has better cylinder heads, I think slightly higher compression maybe, and they downloaded the other motor with like identical stuff, and it made like 550 horse, 550 foot-pounds of torque, so this should be in around there, maybe a little bit more. And yeah, very simple cars, power brakes, power steering. Inside is nothing special, but it is a Monte Carlo. Now here's the thing. I had a 1970 Monte Carlo in high school, and I sold that car for the down payment on my first home. And now we're in a new place, new home, and all that. And I thought, this came up and it was cheap. I thought I need this, and then I spent a bunch of money on it. Useless money. But motor and transmissions are easy to take out. It's really no big deal there. So we had this thing on the channel. It's got to be going back a couple of months now, eh? So the deal is here, this thing had a good title on it. It's actually licensed and insured as we speak. I got the license plate for it inside. And I did a little bit of work. I did some floor work to it. You know, a little bit of this and that. Unfortunately, I mangled up the power steering pump. I have another one. Hopefully I can make this work some way, somehow. And I think it looks like the brakes all work. I must have put new brakes on the front, maybe, because they're all plumped. I don't even remember what I did to this thing. That's how it went. I remember we tried to start it, and it wouldn't start. We were screwing around. There was all sorts of issues, and for whatever reason, we gave up. Either something else had to come in, we had to work on something else. I don't know what the story was, but here it sits. Now, I've done a little bit of work to it today, actually, because it wasn't getting fuel. So I bypassed the fuel pump because it wasn't working. I tested it, and I put this little one in there, and that works now, so it does have fuel. And then the other thing is it didn't have spark on crank. It had spark on the run position, but not on crank. So I was messing around with that, and I kind of got it to start a little, and it kind of backfired through the carburetor. It wasn't really too happy, so obviously the timing is not ideal. And then my little booster pack died. So we just stole the battery out of the Nomad. I actually stole the coil wire off the Nomad because I assume I stole the coil wire off this for the Nomad. So it's just going back home. I might have one in the shed. I should go check. But there's a few things here that are just kind of rinky-dink. Honestly, I need to go through and just see what even I need to do on this thing. The drive shaft. Oh, it was the drive shaft we were waiting. It's been sitting by the door there for 2 months at least. So we should be able to jam the drive shaft in. Hopefully it fits, because if it's the wrong size now, it might be hard to ask for that to be taken care of. And then it needs a general once over. Lights work, brakes work, you know, all that sort of stuff. The front end is mostly all together, all this fancy suspension. It needs sway bars put on it yet. It sits low, which I like, but the exhaust is going to drag. It kind of has like a NASCAR kind of vibe to it. At least that's what I'm telling myself. I think I'd like to like tint the windows just black on this thing. Like the side ones, the back window, just dark. Kind of cool, eh?
Sure.
Danny doesn't like this car.
I have zero. This car does nothing for me, unfortunately.
This thing has sentimental value to me.
Yep.
And I realize it's kind of like a throwback. So
I love that you love it.
exactly. So I think I just want to kind of mess with it a little bit. We'll play with it, see what we got going on. I'd like to make it run this video. I don't know if it has transmission oil in it. We've been back to the parts store like 3 times because everything is needed transmission oil. And I didn't even think that this one probably doesn't have any in it.
And they started commenting on it.
We're going to have to go to a different auto parts store if we go back today for transmission oil. But honestly, it'll probably just run today, put the drive shaft in.
Where we can get a dirty soda?
That probably is. We can do that. I've been collecting miscellaneous bits and pieces. I think there's some on the ground here, maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe I picked it all. Oh, like shift linkage and stuff. I had another piece. But there was some stuff missing there. I want to make it work on the column. It'll be a real basic car, just the driver. I think it'd be hilarious to drive a 454, 550 horse deal in the middle of winter, doing burnouts and stuff like that. But that's where we're at. It's nothing special. I toy with the idea, and maybe it'll happen this winter. I've seen a couple where all the trim is stripped off, the roof trim, like everything, and it's flat black, bumpers and all, and it looks magnifique. I like it. But for now, it's just a cruiser. This is like your old man grandpa special. The inside is full of parts. I painted the interior, I dyed the interior black. It actually turned out okay. I put a carpet kit in it, but there's just stuff everywhere. So, yeah, maybe Danny will take this to work. The joke is you don't go to work, so you're never going to take it. I get it. But yeah, so
I'll drive it right through the house if you want.
take it inside. I'm going to go ahead and just do a little diagnosing on the ignition. For whatever reason, the coil's not getting power on crank, because that is rather important. And then we're going to do some screwing around with this belt setup, unfortunately. I really wish I was more careful. I let the power steering pump just hang, and then I think I moved around with the tow truck and squashed it. Actually, I wonder if I could just pull it's really just the pulley that's bunged up. Well, it definitely got squashed, but the pulley's got a bit of a, does it look bad on camera?
It's definitely wobbly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely bad. But I wonder, I could probably just switch pulleys, but I need probably some sort of a puller. And this is a small block. Yeah, there's gonna be some screwing around to be done here, but power steering sucks. Well, it sucks driving a car with power steering without power steering. It's very hard to deal with, so we'll have to figure out some sort of bracketry. But I think we're gonna work on this for a little bit. I'm excited for it. I actually do want to, I should have drove the Nomad inside, because I'll put a line lock in it before I took it all apart. Don't give me that face. Don't give me that face that the internet's giving me, like, Dan, you should think things through. You know what I'm thinking about right now? Jam. Unfortunately, we have to wait till tomorrow. It has to sit out for a day before we can enjoy it. Oh, this is all broken too. Huh. Dang. So I've been doing some diagnosing. Turns out it's all fine. You know, the problem is I'm trying to remember what I did to this. I should almost go back and watch the video, actually, because I think this has that goofy distributor in it with the E-curve. And I know I did a video explaining what I did to it, and I don't remember what I put for timing or the span of what it is. So we'll have to figure that out. I got it kind of running a little bit off just carburetor, like, you know, fuel into carbon. It's making this goofy noise. I'm like, what the heck is that? Well, as it turns out, the fuel pump I had hooked up backwards. So when I disconnected, it was actually working. So I think now it should actually work. I haven't actually had it running a whole all that much. I ran a 12 volt wire to the alternator, which should charge, and it has some sort of charge wire that goes into the rest of the system. So that's cool. I got the transmission dipstick somewhere. Well, I didn't know if I was going to need that for, oh, there it is, for the battery. So we'll see that. I got some transmission fluid. I was underneath it. Actually, everything is hooked up. Everything. Transmission's hooked up, torque converter, the whole deal. Just has a no drive shaft in it. So let's fire it up. Let's set the timing. Let's play with it a little bit. Let's actually hear it run for once, because that'll be exciting. See if it'll go. Actually, it was fine. So now, what's it got for initial timing? Oh, lots. Way too much. Take some timing out of it. I had like 45 degrees at idle. So this thing puts timing in. So let's set it at, go back in advance. Let's say like 25 we'll set it to. That's got 42 in it. That might be a little much. Let's take a couple of more degrees out. What's that? Bounce it a little bit. We'll have 27 initial. Okay, so it's got 38 degrees of timing. Idling at like 850 RPM. It's actually mid. Does it sound good? Sounds good. Why is it going so easy, Danielle? It's got so much condensation in the pipes from just sitting. See if there's any transmission oil in this thing. Actually sounds very quiet. I ordered a different coil and stuff for it. Nothing on the stick. And all we have is 2 liters. You might be going to get fancy sodas, Danny's hoping.
I drained it while you weren't looking.
Is that what happened? Well, we can do this, and then the drive shaft can go in, and I think I found all the linkage for the transmission other than I need a spring. Was there still a spring in the Chevy 2 when you cleaned it out?
Yes, actually there was.
We might be able to use that. Nothing on the stick, so we'll put in a full 2 quarts because that's what I got. And then yeah, see how this thing goes. I like how it sounds.
It sounds way better than it looks.
Ouch. Well, I will say there's more money in the motor. And I got double the money in the motor and transmission I do in the car. Actually, this thing had gauges in it. Let's just make sure it's doing gauge stuff. £50 oil pressure. 160 degrees on the thermostat. We'll see. I don't know if this thing has this. It must have a thermostat in it. There was coolant in it. I checked, or water or something. That's actually what we're gonna have to do is double check coolant here right away and everything. I don't know what I put in your truck or anything. It's right down on the low bit, so we can go out. Go stand behind it with the microphone.
The condensation splashed my legs.
Yeah, there's a lot of water getting blasted out there, eh? Hey, it might need some. It's puffing like it smells a little on the rich side. We'll play with that. We'll do a bunch of things like that. But otherwise, yeah, this thing is awesome. I'm right into this thing again. I should stop working on things.
You know what though? I think you needed the brake.
Yeah, so I looked under it. We'll slam the drive shaft in real quick before we go. And then, one of my long hairs is in my mouth there. Slam the drive shaft in it. I'll look and see. Unfortunately, I do need, it was charging, I did notice. So that's good. Have my little probe in there. Yeah. If I get the shifter linkage working, I think the brakes work. I don't know if we rebled. Again, I just don't remember things. I guess I could step on the brake pedal and see what happens. But if that's the case, then this thing today, after all that screwing around, will actually drive in and out of the garage on its own. Like, what a friggin' concept, eh? I'm gonna leave this off for now because I gotta screw around with the power steering. And the other thing I was thinking, like I have this fan. This is like a flexi deal fan, which is whatever. It'll probably move lots of air. But I do have that Delta fan on the wall. So maybe I should put that on this thing. I'm not really too sure. Because that would fit on this guy. This is a big honking rad. I think it's actually the radiator of my 55 Chevy because it looks like a used one. Yeah, that's awesome. That's so freaking cool. Okay.
Yay!
Drive shaft in. Hit the ground, we're good. That didn't. Actually, you know what I should do is disconnect the battery before because I'll get under it and I'll forget. And then we're going out. Mind you, this thing is insured now, so as long as the firefighters get the dogs out, we're good. It's there forever. Let's see if this drive shaft fits. I think we're gonna be good here. This one's one that I had to get cut twice.
Yeah.
For someone giving a bad measurement, maybe. There's no way it was my fault. Let's see if it'll. Oh, it's gonna be a bit of a snug fit. Oh no, that's perfect actually. Guess I can clean the yoke a little, eh? That's in there. Oops. Oh, this might have to spin it to get it in all the way, but oh yeah, we got 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch. Actually, the drive shaft still has to go back just a hair. There we go. There we go. That fit perfect.
You want this bolt?
That's probably a spare. We don't need that. Problem is, I have to get these started with the drive shaft in. Also, I put this thing ridiculously high for some reason. How could I,
Well, if you lower it, I can lift it up a little.
No, I just gotta do that. Get one started. Start that guy. Feels like one threaded in immediately, and the other one kind of had to get that bolt.
You said a spare.
I was joking.
I'm not a scientist.
Oh, we're all well. Don't rub my belly.
So much of it is showing.
Well, I don't know who put this thing up in the air. Okay, Danielle. Okay. What is okay? Freaking weirdo. What do we got this stuck on? Oh, there we go. Okay. Man, why did I put this up like
Why
this?
don't we lower it? You want me to pan down?
No thanks. Okay, come in it. You friggin' weirdo. It's a family channel, Danielle.
Save it for the only dance.
Okay, watch. I'm gonna lower this thing.
That seems far more reasonable.
Yes. Well, I like to stretch my arms out every now and again. So there we go. I'll lock this thing in. And then all I gotta do... Oh yeah, I made floor pans for this thing.
You did a lot to this.
Hey, look at that. That's a nice job.
You bead rollered it and everything.
Yeah, I did. I did do that.
I helped.
Oh yeah, we did that. Oh, it's a perfect amount of engagement. That's cool. And then, so all I gotta do now, this is supposed to have a spring on it, which is supposed to be like a reverse spring, not a pull-in spring, whatever you want to call that. And I have the little piece for this, and then that'll all work, which really, I don't know if we actually need that spring in there for test purposes. But if we have that other spring, I can maybe just spread it, I'm thinking, and then cut it down. Look at that Nova out there.
I can't see it, it's too bright.
Oh.
But we can see the Model A.
You think I should give up on the Model A again?
Probably. Let's just take it apart.
No, at this point, it'll be yard art. I'd like to jack the back up to spin the wheels, but the lift is not gonna, showing your belly a little bit, eh? Mm-hmm. The lift's not gonna do me any favors, so we're actually gonna have to take off that, well, we might as well do it live in case this thing rolls off the lift, but we should take the stop, the one that's in the front maybe, or just a block of wood, we'll put it behind this tire, we'll roll this thing backwards. Just a hair, so I'll do the same thing.
Be careful, because this side's off a little bit.
Yeah. You don't gotta go far. We can go forward too. If you feel safer doing that. Also, in my defense, you're the one that guided this on.
Well, I guided the front on. You're the one that towed it on the back.
Oh, right, my mistake.
That's
Let's,
right.
How are we doing? It's not gonna fall off? That's enough we can get to it.
You definitely need to turn the tire though.
What? Turn the tire. Well, I'll push it ahead after.
This is off now. Like
It's a 10-inch tire. How many inches are off?
a whole tread.
Yeah. But now it runs and drives, so we'll be able to literally, once I put this on and we get the shift linkage dialed, it will literally drive off, start with the key. Like, actually I should pick up a battery while we're out too. Danielle, turn the camera off. We have to have words.
I will leave it on. I can't believe how much you did to this car, actually.
Me neither. This thing's nice. What a pile. Like, I understand now. It's like reading some of the comments. People are complaining. Well, why would you spend so much money on that thing? I'm like, what are you talking about? Spend anything on it. Oh, right. All the money I spent on it. Oh, this exhaust was like $1,000. I don't know why I did this when I have a Chevelle at home. Remember the Chevelle?
The one that we crushed?
Oh, yeah. I should just sell that. We basically have this. This is like the better, classier version of it. John has this exact same car. We should just drive this to Winnipeg. Does this have a bunch of Speedway parts on it? Yeah, it does. We can just take this to the Speedway meet. This would probably drive way nicer than that gasser for 24 hours of driving. All this stuff came from Speedway. I forgot about that. Okay, well that's all done. Let's go pick up a battery. That way we'll have that. Maybe even a coil wire. I don't know if a Lord Co will have that. That'd be a sweet win. Actually, there's no, yeah. What time is it? Are we getting near the end of the day?
I don't have my phone.
Oh. Okay, well this is tight. We'll be back at a later date. Later time. I would like to see this thing actually now that we're so close. Maybe it'll be a will it run and drive 300 feet out of my shop. That's a pretty good video, eh? Suck on that vice grip. We did what that guy does, where he does it like with a toolbox and like an O'Reilly's couple of trips. All it did was took us 6 months and like 10 grand. And we could probably drive this thing to the mailbox.
What, like it's hard?
Like it, anybody can do that. I should zip tie this or something. Maybe I'll put a zap strap. So we put some transmission oil in it. I think I got the shifter linkage working. I want to hop in. The chest, if it would go into gear, step on the brake, and they went right to the floor. So we bled the brakes, which a little bit of air came out of the front, so I'm hoping that's what most of the problem was. I have a fuel leak. So, I don't know. This thing, I did use the old fuel line, so maybe it's got a crack in it or something. I'm not really too sure. I'll have to deal with that, but such is life. I just want to see if it'll move under its own power, which I know isn't a big thing because this thing did move under its own power at one point. You want to just maybe watch this side? We'll see if it will hit your alarm on your truck. These newfangled vehicles. You know, for a full-size car, it's a little tight. Battery connection's loose. Can you figure that out, or I gotta do it? You know how to pop the hood, or is this a... Well, you gotta... Yeah. Let it go. It's gotta be... You gotta give it... You gotta give her. That seems tight. So is that. What the heck? It's biting me. Shouldn't be. What the heck's going on here? Well, it has headlights. So, what does that mean? How could it have headlights with no starter? This is the wire. How? We just had it running. What could have happened here, Danielle? The things that, oh, I wonder. It's a neutral safety deal. I'll be right back. Just gotta figure this out. Son of a gun. Okay.
Just remember that wheel is.
Yeah.
Can I put this down?
Sure. Yeah.
I didn't realize it was gonna be so easy.
So. Oh. We're good?
Tight.
How's the front wheels?
This one's gonna come off though, yeah. You're good.
Okay. Okay. I don't do burnouts. Oh, there's good burnouts. Doesn't feel like it's... The linkage is not... It's not good. I don't have like... It seems strange. Oh, everything's out of adjustment. Feels like it's got 2 reverses. Oh no. 2. Does it work pretty good? Oh, might be out of gas. Oh, it might need more timing or something. It'll be a ripper. Oh. Yeah, I think the pressure washer guy can just take care of that, no problem. Actually, if I back up and I move over, there's a few burnout marks there. Well, there you go. This thing's a ripper. I'm happy to tell John. That's with like poor tuning, it's cold. You know, the temperature's out there, we literally just fired it up. So it has gears. The column, the linkage is all out of whack. Because it had to go like it feels like I'm past reverse, almost in a neutral before it goes into reverse. So I wouldn't start there was a neutral safety wasn't engaging and stuff like that. So that's all out of adjustment, but it's pretty good. I'm happy with it. Okay, we'll leave it there. I'm gonna put this thing back in. We gotta do the suspension, obviously go through all the wiring, the door panels. This door, the handle doesn't work, so we gotta take care of that. It gets stuck. So I'm sure it gets stuck in. I'll have to take it apart and weld a little ball in the end that just wears out. Clean it all, clean the glass. But it's actually quite a bit further along than I had remembered. A few self-tappers hold in the trim and clean it all up and be done with it. I think I'll be driving this thing next weekend. Gotta figure out some sort of ligament to it, but we gotta take measures here. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment below. I know it's not a Chevelle, but bear with me. We're getting there.